WCBI News at 10 starts now.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of Columbus. Police are investigating a shooting in the 900 block of 20th Street North. That shooting happened just after 8 o'clock. The victim was taken to Baptist Memorial Hospital before being transferred to another facility. Now, at this time, the victim's condition is unknown. Police Chief Fred Shelton believes the victim and the suspect knew each other and says the incident was not random. The shooting is still under investigation. Hundreds rallied in front of the state capitol today to call for prison reform, including some well-known celebrities. Courtney Ann Jackson takes a brief look at the sights and sounds from the 3-hour rally.
I'm sick of it. I'm fed up. Let's get it right.
Emotion.
I want justice. I will get justice for my brother. I want justice for my nephew. I want justice for everybody that's in the Mississippi State Penitentiary.
And cries for change.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
But some speakers say they are simply sharing the cries of those locked up in Parchment.
Are murdering our babies, our husbands, our wives, our children. I will not be afraid if I have to walk alone. I'm going to walk for them brothers that's crying out.
Family members shared what they describe as living in a constant state of fear about what their loved ones are experiencing inside Parchment.
Waiting for that phone call every time inmate death is released. You cry, you scramble, you try to reach out to whoever you know.
Others are hoping their notoriety will help raise awareness. Hip-hop artist Big Crit says he usually lets his music speak his message, but
I had to be here, get information, and use my brand in any way I can to promote the fact that we need to close Parchment down in places like this and shine some kind of light on actually getting people rehabilitated and prison reform and how to change these kind of scenarios, because Parchment isn't the only place that this is happening.
Mississippi native and Saints player Demario Davis has similar reasons for attending.
I would encourage the governor and say this: if you can get reform right here in Mississippi, you have a chance to set an example and a precedence for the rest of the country. The problems that exist here in Mississippi are not just in Mississippi. They exist all throughout the country.
Calls for change have also turned to legal action.
I filed an emergency motion last night on behalf of 29 prisoners at Parchment to seek injunctive relief.
A Wcbi County killer will spend more than 3 decades in prison for killing his wife. Alan Bell must serve 33 years behind bars. Earlier today, Judge Jim Kitchens ordered Bell to serve every day of the sentence. Last year, Bell pled guilty to second-degree murder. He told the court he killed Nikita Wilson because he thought she was cheating on him. Wilson's body was found on Butler Road in Wcbi County in August of 2017. She was originally reported missing the month before by Choctaw Tribal Police. Now, the sentencing puts closure on the criminal side of the case, but there will still be difficult days ahead.
The District Attorney's Office is pleased that he received a lengthy sentence. We think it's appropriate for the nature of the crime. The family at this point has missed birthdays and Christmases and Thanksgiving and other important holidays for just the couple of years that it's been pending, but the sad reality is they're still going to miss their loved ones for every Christmas and every birthday.
Multiple agencies investigated in this case. Well, Tupelo police make another arrest in a deadly shooting that's connected to a rap duo. On your screen is 20-year-old Travis Harris. He's charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Police say Harris was arrested 2 weeks ago, but just released information today. Investigators would not release what role Harris is accused of in the homicide of Floyd Sullivan Sr. on January 6th. 19-year-old Michael Sullivan is charged with the murder. He's the son of the 62-year-old victim. You may recall that shooting happened in the 500 block of Lumpkin Avenue. Michael Sullivan was admitted to a psychiatric facility before being arrested. Floyd Sullivan is the stepfather of rappers Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy, the duo better known as Ray Shrimmered. Harris is being held without bond. Dozens of Chickasaw County students take a pledge to live drug-free and make good choices. 49 students graduated from the DARE program at Holka Attendance Center today. The 12-week course focuses on building skills the students need to avoid being involved in drugs, gangs, and violence. The Chickasaw County Sheriff's Department sponsored this class.
Lots of cloud cover out there today. A few spotty showers too. Our time lapse from Columbus shows the clouds moving down through. Overall, a pretty quiet day for us, but a cool day nonetheless here across north Mississippi. We have temperatures in the low 40s right now under a blanket of clouds. Oxford at 39. You can see this gray on the map. This is the low cloudiness, and that's acting like a blanket, so most of us still in the lower 40s. There have been a few showers up here from Boonville to Tishomingo County. Those are the outliers here. Clouds will gradually thin out later tonight, and we may get down into the lower 30s if we do clear out. Tomorrow, not bad, a little bit more sun, 51. Your full forecast coming up.
Many Mississippians have their roots in farming. Agriculture in the state is a billion-dollar industry, but some farmers with smaller operations are struggling. That's why there's now an effort to help rural farms. Our Stephanie Poole explains.
It doesn't take much to have a green thumb. Orlando Trainer is a president of the Limited Community Agriculture Cooperative. He works with the Save Rural America Conference to help people who are interested in farming and small business practices.
We're focused on what we call the small farmers, those who have $250,000 and less in activity. And so what we're trying to do, we're trying to connect them with opportunities, trying to connect them with information, trying to connect them with new procedures, new techniques, so they can enhance their enterprise and be more productive.
Trainer says the biggest misconception about farming is where to start a crop.
Living in Mississippi or in the South, there's not a shortage of land that can be utilized. And that's why this is so important. You have a lot of acreage that's in counties throughout Mississippi, county in Octavia County, and a lot of that property is not being utilized and it's not being managed. And when it's not being utilized and it's not being managed, it's not being put to its highest and best use.
Harvey Gordon of the Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance says it's key to network with people who belong to different agricultural organizations.
The biggest misinformation or factors that farmers need to also always consider, and that is to make sure that they are aware of what the opportunities are available to them. We're seeing more and more farmers and more citizens taking advantage of these opportunities.
This type of event educates farmers on raising field crops, livestock, and crop preservation.
Crop insurance protects them from those natural disasters. We make sure that they have adequate insurance and understanding how that saves them, protects them, and give them opportunities to regroup, reorganize if there was something that happened that unexpected happened.
Overall, Trainer believes the conference will help people have a better understanding of farming practices.
And we're trying to do all we can with our partners to save rural America.
That was our Stephanie Poole reporting there. The conference will wrap up in Okolona at the Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance on Saturday. The 81st Readiness Division breaks ground for a new Army Reserve Center in Starkville. The new center will replace the current Army Reserve Center off Highway 12, doubling the size of the previous building. It'll cover 24,000 square feet with a price tag of more than $10 million. Having this resource allows the Army to better prepare soldiers, maintain equipment, and provide service to other units.
Army Reserve has been a part of this community for almost 60 years, and this is the first time that we're building a new reserve center in this part of the state in that period of time. So we're excited about those possibilities of what the new center will bring.
It's going to be updated facilities and stuff, so that's going to be nice for us and stuff as far as having better capabilities, is coming in, getting the job done, and just a overall more comfortable work environment.
The new building is set to be completed later this year. Well, here's a question for you. How many people does it take to change a light bulb? Well, quite a few, in fact. Work on energy-saving LED streetlights begins Monday here in Columbus. There are 4,000 streetlights in the city that will be changed from standard yellow to white LED lights. The project will take 3 to 4 months, and that's with workers managing about 1,000 lights each month. The cost to brighten things up is estimated around $3 million. However, city officials say Columbus will save in the long term.
White light is more of what our eyes are built for. So it's, first of all, it's a safety issue. Second of all, it's going to be a big savings in ongoing electrical expenses. The LED lights use about 70% less electricity, and so that will save us many millions of dollars over the life of the fixtures.
Changing the new lights is expected to be completed by June. And turning our attention over to weather, Keith, what type of weather can we expect this weekend?
All right, well, we have some sun, some showers coming our way, maybe some folks doing some travel for tomorrow. Let's see what's happening on the big board here. If you're flying on out, maybe 47 in Atlanta and Los Angeles, 75 degrees Orlando near Disney at 70, but Chicago, a mix of rain and snow, 35. No wintry weather for us, but as I mentioned, we do have some rain coming our way. We'll talk about it coming up.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
We're rolling on into the weekend. Let's check out Nico with our forecast tonight. What a happy dog right there. Happy that we will have some sun in the forecast for our Saturday. And it looks like we'll get back into the upper 40s, if not lower 50s out there as we start the weekend. Go to our website, WCBI.com. You will see this page right here, and you can add your picture of your furry friend or your cat, your bird, what have you. Look at all these pups and pets we've had on our website, and we just grab some of these pictures and post it on TV, and we'd love to see your furry friend on TV. So go over to WCBI.com when you get a chance. We'd love to see it. Tomorrow, your Saturday, we are turning sunny, 51 degrees, not too bad. Here we go again, more clouds, more showers on Sunday. But the rainfall Sunday, not too prolific relative to what we've had. Quarter of an inch, maybe up to a half inch if you can see a heavier downpour, but most spots much lighter than that, it would appear at this time. And just some lighter showers here from Boonville to Tishomingo County this evening. We still have extensive low clouds. These things have been very persistent. You get down to Jackson, I-20 Meridian, it's clear. The back edge is over here in the Delta, and all of this is gradually pivoting back to the northeast. This is what it looked like today in Louisville, Mississippi, all day long for the most part. We had a few breaks in there, but extensive cloud cover at Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon, Alabama. Much the same story this evening. But we do anticipate a lot of these clouds to be thinning out later tonight. If we do clear out, low 30s, maybe some patchy fog. But if those clouds are a little bit more persistent, we may not be that cold. Eventually, though, at some point tomorrow morning, the clouds will thin out, and that should allow temperatures to climb back into the 50-degree range, plus or minus here. Perhaps cooler in Huntsville, maybe warmer down there closer to the coast with more in the way of sunshine and temperatures back up to around 60. So we do expect those clouds to shimmer on back to the northeast there, and then we'll have our next system come on in Sunday. We will become overcast. And by midday, some showers moving down through. That's that next system coming our way. So showers on Sunday with this system right here. There's another one waiting in the wings way up there in the Pacific Northwest. That will give us a chance for rain by Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Some lower 50s for the weekend. Dry on Monday. Late Tuesday and Wednesday, perhaps some more rain. Dry on Thursday. And then we can see some rain next Friday. There's your forecast for the weekend and beyond. Stay tuned. More of the shows coming up next.
Welcome back. Tomorrow is the big day, WCBI's 27th annual Bridal Showcase and Fashion Show. Our very own Andrea Self and Allie Martin are hosting the big event. Now, of course, we always look forward to seeing what Allie wears for the Bridal Showcase. So here he is with more from a longtime participant in the showcase.
Kay's Creations and Thomas Brothers Tuxedos will have a big space at the WCBI 2020 Bridal Showcase. Kay's Creations will be at the show with some of their most popular styles in bridal gowns, mother of the bride dresses, and bridesmaids dresses. Experts say there are some popular styles this season.
As far as wedding gowns, lace is very popular, a lot of lace. A lot of girls like simple things as well, so you can have a dress that's got a lot of lace or a lot of detail, and then you can have a dress that's just very plain and just as beautiful as the dresses that are very ornate. Sparkle fabric is a little popular this year. It kind of came out big in prom last year, so they've added it to wedding gowns for this year. It's just a layer of sparkle fabric, which makes some of your appliques and your motifs show up just a little bit more.
And don't forget the tuxedos for the groom and the groomsmen. You can go the traditional route or you can create your own style. But remember this, guys, the bride-to-be, your fiance, decides what you wear. It's her big day and she is always right. That's some good advice to remember from here on out.
She usually picks it out and she'll say, okay, I'll let him come and look, but she has it picked out before he gets here.
Margaret Long of Kay's Creation says while it is a lot of work preparing and setting up at the Bridal Showcase, It is a great opportunity for vendors and anyone planning a wedding.
And it gives us an opportunity to just speak with a customer, someone who doesn't really know about K's Creations and who we are and what we have. So it does give us an opportunity to just shake their hand and tell them a little bit about us, and hopefully tell them enough that they would want to come see us and shop with us.
Long also points out that K's Creations has a large inventory and can sell dresses and bridal gowns off the rack if a wedding is only a few months away. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Now, don't forget, the doors will open tomorrow morning beginning at 10 o'clock at the Trotter Convention Center, and the fashion show begins at 12:15. Well, as I mentioned, all of the action will take place at the Trotter Convention Center in downtown Columbus. The Trotter is a multi-purpose building and can be transformed to feature several events. The building has played host to concerts, banquets, and weddings, just to name a few. Regina Bonner is the director of the Trotter and says it's the building's flexibility that makes it so unique.
Oftentimes people don't want large settings, and then two people do want, larger settings. I like to introduce to people what we can do for them. Oftentimes people come in and say, well, I have something as small as a baby shower, or I have something as large as a concert. I like to be able to explain to people how we can get all of that done. I like to explain the flexibility of the Trotter.
Now, if you're interested in booking an event, Bonner says they will have a table with more information at the Trotter during tomorrow's Bridal Showcase. Former Ole Miss quarterback Eli Manning closes the chapter on his professional football career. Manning's final thoughts coming up next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Two of the most monumental moments in any professional athlete's career: the day they are drafted and the day they decide to hang it up. After 16 NFL seasons, Ole Miss legend and New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning announcing his retirement from the game of football. Manning will go out a two-time Super Bowl winner, winning MVP in both. While at Ole Miss, Manning set 45 single-game season and career passing records and was the #1 overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft. As to what went into Manning's decision, take a listen.
I think it was important to me to go out as a Giant, and I think when you get drafted and you come to an organization, I think that's always your goal, to stay with one organization your entire career.
Friday night basketball action, battle of the county border, Houston taking on Calhoun City. Great ball movement from the Lady Toppers to break the press. Nene Parker to Maya Davenport for the easy two. Lady Cats on top in the fourth. A beautiful outlet pass from Ajayla Mays to Nashira Jennings with the blow-by jump shot from mid-range. Calhoun City up by double digits. Houston still battling. Michaela Crowley taking it right to the rim and with the left hand finish. But it was Calhoun City's night. The Lady Cats going on to get the win with a final of 54-44. Continuing in girls action in Manatee, the Mustangs hosting East Webster. Third quarter, Ella Pitts with the swing. Ball to Darby Pitts, who knocks down the three. Tied up at 33. Lady Wolverines respond off the fast break. Whitney Winter drives, misses the layup, but Shashaya Culpepper cleans up the miss and one. East Webster going up by 4. Culpepper again, this time getting it down low and scoring the 2, adding on to their lead. But Manatee answers back. Zoe Johnson blocked, but Ramsey Montgomery there to clean up the miss with the and one bucket. Lady Mustangs go on to get a win, 72-71 against East Webster. A packed house in Ingomar as the Lady Falcons hosted Smithville in District. Third quarter, get it to the inside to Santa Finley. She gets the bucket to go, and Ingomar's up 25-10. Macy Pfeiffer this time driving to the rim for Ingomar. Makes it a 27-10 lead for the Falcons, and Knowles with the ball. The shot off, but Carly Cole on the rebound and the putback. That cut it to 29-13, and the Ingomar girls coming away with the win with a final of 48-27. Running it back with the boys, Calhoun City and Houston in a packed house in H-Town. Houston off to a fast start. Bobby Townsend to the grown man outlet pass to Shamar Crawford. Crawford with the finish. Houston with an early lead. Calhoun City hits back. CJ Haynes with the behind-the-back pass. DeShanton Malone with the finish. You love to see it, ladies and gents. A close game at the end of the first. Red Parker just showing off, switching hands, and the smooth finish like butter. But the Wildcats again hitting back. Jalen Mays with a full head of steam. No one's stopping him. Takes the contact for the finish. And Houston wins a barn burner. Toppers get the win 73-70. Then over in Nettleton, division showdown between the Tigers and Amory. Second quarter, Xavier Dilworth going all the way to the rack for the layup. Nettleton leads 18-10. Panthers with the ball. The pass gets stolen by all end zone athlete Dedrick Johnson. Takes it, punches it for the one-hand jam. The gym going crazy as the Tigers add on to the lead. And the Panthers leaving Nettleton in the dust. They get the final of, actually, Amory getting that one 54-53. And Ingomar hosting some more action with Smithville. The Falcons, Tyson Smithy driving inside, gets the shot to go for the two-point bucket. The Falcons again, this time Zach Sugars popping out from the corner, knocks down the Trey bucket, and Ingomar coming out on top with the win 57-41. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you when we come back. Stay with us. Quentin Keith, how about this to cap off your night? 3.9 seconds left between Louisville and Northeast Lauderdale. The Cats down by 1 point, and the buzzer beater is hit
Look at that.
by Tyrell Timms, wide open, laying it in. Louisville gets the win in buzzer beater fashion. 72-71. We absolutely love
That's how we
to see
close
that.
out the week.
We'll see that on Sports in the Top 10. Have a good weekend, everyone.